Hi, this is Richard. I've been one of the project coordinators for the OTLA project that we've been doing. One of the things that we were asked to do, or it was recommended we do, is talk about how we've used Trello as one of our main project management tools. So here we go. So Trello is basically an online website that basically allows you to track and monitor progress. So I use it quite extensively. We've got students to use it, and it's been one of the main sort of CPD or certainly development outcomes that I've come to love. I barely heard of Trello before the project, and I use it for lots of different things. So here's the OTLA project board. One of the things, please don't be put off with, is the size of this board. Obviously, this is after a full project lasting more than a year with multiple different partners. As you can see, though, you basically create cards and then populate these as you go, and you can add to these, archive them, and they basically make lists. One of the great things about this is that you can add things like you can assign people to it. So here we go, June tasks, you can see different people assigned to it. You can create checklists. You can basically collaborate in a way that there's lots of different separate tools that you could do this with, but it sort of brings them all together in one really useful way. So one of the first things we did on our project is make key dates. For instance, here's establish a social media. There was a deadline there. There's some comments and attachments. So if I open that up, the attachment was a mind map I did. I'm a huge fan of mind maps. It's my handwriting. Apologies there. And from that I was able to create some lists that I could tick off, and there was some activities, so I could see that I did that on the 2nd of May, 11:30, 7 a.m. And as things were done, and I'd also set it to a watch list, so I can archive that. You can share this. And you can see I can give labels, so it could be, is it steering group, is it monthly report, is it endpoint, phase 3 conference calls, whatever it would be that we're doing with it. So it was really good. We also had project outputs, this important communique, various different things. This project, is actually, it's a public board. People can view it. We were very much about transparency, to the point where, in addition to main things like that, we were able to track activity. So November activity, we visited Keithley College. We met with Deborah from Tombola. Here's a letter they sent. I had a meeting with Sharon, who is our peer advisor on this, and here were some notes we made around sort of the final outputs and things, and I can see them straight away there. I don't have to worry about losing them or anything like that as soon as I do things. In October, information around T levels. I met with Joe re our funding options. There was the request for the meeting that happened with Keith College. Photos of when we met with senior management, links to video diaries. Here's a snippet from social media where some of our students went to basically a Northern Exposure, an expo that was linked and came as a product of doing the project. It's a super easy tool to use. I would highly recommend checking it out. I don't think I could have managed the project as effectively without this tool, and I certainly now use it for lots of things. One of the main impacts, even right down to my to-do list there, where colleagues, there's Len, one of my colleagues, he's also involved with assessing the impact on students, and he assembled a student focus group around that. So, we were able to do that. Elements of bits of CPD we did, student engagement and impact. So, there's where we just simple, photos from when we went across to a VR lab, which came out of this, right through to the notes and outputs of flip chart work from a steering group. You can also put links. So, here's a link to our sorry, not that one. That was a thing to do, but where we did links to our live streams that we did. I can click on that, it will open YouTube, and there we go. There's the record of the first steering group we did. So we've got this instant record where we can go back, and it's a one-stop shop. We now get our students to use this to manage their own project workflows, along with Squarespace, which was the other sort of tool we use for this. So I feel like I'm a salesperson for Trello right now, but I think it's because I'm a huge convert. It's made my life a lot easier. So I'd recommend that you would check it out. So thanks for listening, and I hope I've not rambled too much. Okay, thank you.